What's up, guys? Welcome back to another first time reaction. Today it is NF Hope. Never heard of the brother. Before we get into the video, I just want to make you guys aware that music has not been a big part of my life, or even a small part of my life, for the last 15 to 20 years or so. I was into music a lot when I was in my mid to late teens, and then after that I just kind of got on with life and stuff, and I've missed out on a lot of stuff, and now I'm in a small group of friends that really do take the mick out of me, I'm not going to lie. And they're the ones that are sending me all these suggestions, and also you guys in the comments as well, giving me suggestions on what I should watch next. So I have no idea what to expect, but the last few things that have been suggested to me, I've absolutely loved them, and wondered why I've not come across this before in my life. And let's see if I feel the same way about this one. So let's get into it.
Oh, yeah, I'm on my way, I'm coming.
This feels like the opening to a movie, like this wide shot of the sea with the slow music.
Don't lose faith in me. I know you've been waiting. I know you've been praying for my soul.
All right, with that rising tension music or whatever you call it, it's starting to feel like a horror movie. So I don't know what I'm getting myself into here. Okay, let's go.
30 years you've been dragging your feet, telling me I'm the reason we're stagnant.
Okay.
30
So not a horror
years you've
movie.
been claiming you're honest and promising progress. Well, where is it at? I don't want you to feel like a failure. I know this hurts.
Okay, so talking about progress and failure. Is he talking about someone else? Or is he talking about himself? Sounds like he's talking about someone else. Let me just go back a little bit.
Progress, well, where is it at? I don't want you to feel like a failure. I know this hurts, but I gave you your chance to deliver. Now it's my turn. Don't get me wrong. Nature had a great run. What?
Don't get me wrong, Nate, you've had a great run. Is his name Nate? Is that what the N in NF stands for? If it does, then he's talking about himself. Or talking to himself. Yeah, he's talking directly to himself, I think. If he is Nate.
It's time to give the people something different. So without further ado,
Look at the scenery.
Like to introduce my album. Hope.
That's crazy. That was really good. I think he is talking about himself. And it seems to be some sort of internal dilemma that he's having with himself. My album. Like the different voices are all him claiming this album, or yeah, this album is his. Let's go back a little bit.
Like to introduce my album. Hope. What's my definition of success? Listening to what your heart says. Standing up for what you know is right while everybody else is. Tucking their toe between their legs. What's my definition of success? Creating something no one else can. Being brave enough to dream big. Grinding when you're told to just quit. Giving more when you got nothing left. It's a person that'll take a chance on something they were told could never happen. It's a person that can see the bright side through the dark times when there ain't one. It's when someone who ain't never had nothing ain't afraid to walk away from more profit, cause they rather do something that they really love and take the pay cut. It's a person that would never waver or change who they are just to try soldier. It's a person that can take the fears in their life and turn them into motivation. It's believing in yourself when no one else does. It's amazing what a little bit of faith can do. If you don't even believe in you, why would you think or expect anybody else that's around you to? I done did things that I regret. I done said things I can't take back. Was a lost soul at a crossroad who had no hope, but I changed that. I spent years of my life holding on to things I never should have kept, full of hatred. Years of my life carrying a lot of baggage.
He's the one in white, obviously, and then but the ones in black are also him, and they're guiding him, and it seems like they just led him around in one big circle. That's a pretty powerful metaphor. Let me go back again.
Back was a lost soul at a crossroad who had no hope, but I changed that. I spent years of my life holding on to things I never should have kept, full of hatred. Years of my life carrying a lot of baggage that I should have walked away from. Years of my life wishing I was someone different, looking for some validation. Years of my life trying to fill a void, pretending I was in them. They get it.
Yo, what a transition, man! It was so good.
Fill a void, pretending I was in them. They get it.
Damn.
Necessary evil, difficult to go through, yes, but beneficial. Some would say having a mental breakdown is a negative thing, which on one hand I agree, but on the other hand it was the push I needed to get help and start the healing process. See, if I didn't ever hit rock bottom, would I be the person that I am today? I don't believe so. I'm a prime example of what happens when you choose to not accept defeat and face your demons. Took me 30 years to realize that if you want to get the opportunity to be the greatest version of yourself, sometimes you gotta be someone you're not to hear the voice of reason. Having kids will make you really take a step back and look in the mirror. At least for me, that's what it did. Wake up every day and pick my son up, hold him in my arms and let him know he's loved. Standing by the window questioning if that is ever going to show up. Isn't something he's gonna have to worry about, don't get it twisted, that was in a shot. Mama, I forgive you, I just don't want him to grow up thinking that he'll never be enough. 30 years of running, 30 years of searching, 30 years of hurting, 30 years of pain, 30 years of fearful, 30 years of anger, 30 years of empty, 30 years of shame, 30 years of broken, 30 years of anguish, 30 years of hopeless, 30 years of hate, 30 years of never, 30 years of maybe, 30 years of later, 30 years of fate, 30 years of hollow, 30 years of sorrow, 30 years of darkness, 30 years of hate, 30 years of baggage, 30 years of sadness, 30 years of stagnant, 30 years of change, 30 years of patience, 30 years of suffering, 30 years of torment, 30 years of pain, 30 years of bitter, 30 years of lonely, 30 years of pushing everyone away. You'll never evolve, I know I can change. We are not enough, we are not the same. You don't have the heart, you don't have the strength, you don't have the...
Is that his... Is his makeup changing when he's looking in one direction? Again, this is that kind of like that internal dialogue with the negative voices in his head, maybe? Oh, damn it. This is so good. I'm going to go back again, guys.
30 years of bitter, 30 years of lonely, 30 years of pushing everyone away. You'll never evolve, I know I can change. We are not enough, we are not the same. You don't have to...
Yeah. So, yeah, one's like telling him you can never change, and that's when he's got the black lipstick and the veins in his neck. And then it's back to normal himself when he's saying, I can change.
Everyone away. You'll never evolve, I know I can change. We are not enough, we are not the same. You don't have the heart, you don't have the strength, you don't have the will, you don't have the faith. You'll never be loved, you'll never be safe. Might as well give up, not running away. You don't have the guts, you're the one afraid. I'm the one in charge, I'm taking the reins.
Hold on. What was that? That was phenomenal, man. That was so good. So he was... I don't know what his backstory is, but something like that doesn't just come out of nothing. Those kind of lyrics, they got to come from something deep inside, man. It seems like he's been through it. He was just shitting on himself for how he was in the past and how he's different now, or trying to be different now. God damn it, that was so good, man. This is like when I was listening to it, it was like in my mind I was thinking of like Lose Yourself by Eminem. Like it had some sort of crossover with that in my mind. I don't know, maybe that was just me, but I know he's talking about himself, but anyone can kind of relate to it because he's talking about how we hold ourselves back, like the limitations we put on ourselves with the stories that we all tell ourselves, right? So we all have baggage and we all have things that happened, and we use those as an excuse to kind of hold us back from achieving what we want to achieve. It's funny because I was actually talking to somebody about this today, how some people have such big, grandiose plans of things that they want to do, and there's other people that will hold themselves back by saying, I can't do this because, and I can't do that because. That's so deep. That is another really deep song that I've come across. Yeah, we every single one of us, man, we all tell ourselves stories, and we always use those stories as the reasons why we're not good enough, why we can't achieve things, why we can't do what we want to do. Whereas if we just stop telling ourselves the negative stories and start looking at the positive stories and look for the reasons why we can all strive to be better and all achieve more. Yeah. I need to go back and listen to that again because that was phenomenal. But guys, I'm going to end it there. I'm going to end the video and then I'm going to go back and listen to this again. But please do me a favor. Like I said, first time I come across this person, and I like what I've seen so far. I'm sure he's got other bangers out there as well. So please let me know what I should react to next when it comes to NF, or anything else in general. Anything else you want to see me react to. Because like I said, I'm an absolute novice. I've not been in the music scene for the last 15 to 20 years or so. So everything is new to me. So yeah, please guide me, steer me in the right direction. You guys have not let me down so far. So with that said, thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you like, please make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I will catch you on the next one.